Hey, hey, come on. Come on.
Hey,
Come on.
Hey, hey, hey. Y'all know what time it is. What up, people? It's the iBall Live. Get it? It's the iBall Live. Get it? It's the iBall Live. Get it? It's the iBall Live. Let's go. Come on in, everybody. Come on in.
Come on.
Come on in, everybody. Come on in.
Come on.
Come on in, everybody. Come on in.
Hey.
Come on in, everybody. Why? Why? Because it's the iBall Live. Get it? It's the iBall Live. Get it? It's the iBall Live.
Hey.
Get it? It's the iBall Live. Let's go. What up, what up, what up, and welcome to another episode of the iBall Radio Live Call-In Show. I'm your host, Derek Williams, also known as D-Will, the coach, and I'm in the building with my guy, producer extraordinaire on the ones and twos, Breezy in the building. What up, Breeze?
Yo, what's good?
Yes, sir. Another day, another dollar inside the iBall Radio Studios here in Montgomery, Alabama. What up to the chat, man?
What up, chat?
Jake in the building. What up, nephew?
What up?
Fire in my eyes in the building. What up,
Fire.
though? Yes, sir, man. Y'all already know we got a lot to talk about tonight, man. We're going to recap the weekend from where we were in Birmingham at Spain Park High School for the Birmingham Ball. Big time performance. He deserves an intro shout out to Sean Ryan Hudson from McAdory High School. Went for 46
dropped the
points.
46 ball on
man,
them boys.
dropped the 40 ball on them boys over the weekend, man. And we were in there to see it, man. You can go watch the full game right now on iBall Radio YouTube page. Go watch the recap, man. We got it up on there right now for you. But other than that, man, y'all know what it is. I gotta say this, man.
You know what it is.
Merry Christmas to you all, right? Merry Christmas, happy holidays to everybody that's tuned in to the broadcast, man. This might be our last live. I think this is our last live before Christmas, right? So we won't probably, after this, we probably won't talk to y'all again to after Christmas. However, with that being said, I want to wish everybody listening, watching, to the sound of my voice, happy holidays and Merry Christmas to you all.
Yeah.
But I gotta say this.
Thing.
Jersey in the building. What up, nephew?
What up,
I gotta say this though, Breezy.
Yeah, what's that?
That ain't what this week is all about.
No.
This is not Christmas week, as somebody alluded to me earlier today. No, it's not. I had to stop him and say, whoa, this is not Christmas week. This is Huntsville City Classic.
Oh, it's game week.
This is Huntsville City Classic week, the mecca of all holiday tournaments here in the state of Alabama, goes down this weekend, December 26th, 27th, and 29th. That's Friday, Saturday, and Monday. We will be at the 43rd annual Huntsville City Classic, brought to you by your boys, media partner iBall Radio. We'll be in the building, man.
Yes, sir.
We will be streaming every single minute of the Huntsville City Classic on day one, man. So go, if you got NFHS, go to iBall Radio on NFHS and watch our feed. You'll be able to hear our call. You'll be able to do everything that you see us do for our iBall Radio games of the week. Will be up on the NFHS network. If you don't have an NFHS network subscription, go to the website. Go to NFHS network in the search bar. Don't just click subscribe now. It's got a red button over there that says, don't click that. Type in iBall Radio, right? Type in iBall Radio in your search bar. It's going to take you to the iBall Radio producer page. In the middle of that page, it has a subscribe now button. Click that button and subscribe through that, man. Subscribe through the iBall Radio page, man. So, you know, they let everybody know that you rocking with iBall Radio. And the reason that you came to NFHS to watch these games is because you came to watch the iBall Radio live broadcast. Let them know that, right? So go to the iBall Radio page on NFHS, man. Not only can you subscribe there, but once you are subscribed, even if you already have a subscription, go to the iBall Radio page to watch all the games from the 43rd annual Huntsville City Classic. The thing about it is, man, all the games are already up on their list. And not only are those games up, a lot of the games, not all of them, but a lot of the games that iBall Radio games of the week that we will have coming up in the month of January are already up on the site. So go get that. Go set you can go in there, set a reminder, and it'll let you know that iBall Radio live broadcast for a game of the week is up on that day. But with all that being said, tell them Fire My Eyes, it's Classic Week, baby. Hey, the Huntsville City Classic, aka the Huntsville Times. If you from the old school, it's Huntsville Times, right? I still talk to some people, man, that live in Huntsville, and I got a call. They like, hey, man, you coming up for the Times? You already know, right? So you got to be an old school guy, man, to know what it is, man. But shout out to our sponsors, man. Shout out to the Glenn Wilson Lending Team over at Movement Mortgage. Go visit them at GlennWilsonLendingTeam.com and tell him iBall Radio sent you, right? So shout out to our sponsors, man.
Yeah,
appreciate them. And listen, man, 2, maybe 1. I'm waiting on the message back, but we only have 2 slots left for our Huntsville City Classic sponsorship. We only got 2 slots left. So if you're a small business, big business, whatever it is, if you're an individual, right? If you're an individual, just a person that want to be a supporter and want to have your name called and say, hey, I support iBall Radio, and I am a sponsor for them to do their thing at the Huntsville City Classic, hit us up. You don't even have to be a business, bro. You could just be a regular old person, and we can just say it's being sponsored by Joe Blow, right? Hey. So it really don't matter. So if you want to be a part of iBall Radio and our coverage at the Huntsville City Classic to hundreds of thousands of people across our network and across the NFHS network, hit us up, man. We got 2 slots available, maybe only 1 if once this other business hits me back. They hit me up earlier today. I responded kind of later on the day. I apologize for that. But if they hit me back and they're down for it and they CTC, we'll have 1 spot remaining. So if you want to be a sponsor for the iBall Radio coverage at the 43rd annual Huntsville City Classic, hit us up right now and we'll get you locked in for the week. But man, make sure right now, iBallRadio.com. Go to iBallRadio.com and get your iBallRadio.com subscription. You want to keep up to date with all the recap articles, all the preview articles, all the updates from the 43rd annual Huntsville City Classic. All of those things will be available for you on iBallRadio.com. We got recruiting. We're going to have recruiting news. We're going to have updates. We're going to have recaps. It's going down on iBallRadio.com this week, basically. So if you don't already, go get your iBallRadio.com subscription right now so you can stay up to date from all things iBall Radio, not only this week, but all the time, right? All the time. So shout out to the chat, man. What up, people?
What up, chat?
I will say this, man. This past weekend, we had the luxury and the privilege of calling the Birmingham Bowl at Spain Park High School. Shout out Coach DJ Black for bringing us in, man, having us come in and do our thing from there. Fed us good, right? We got to eat real good, man. And here's the thing, man. I'm telling y'all, bro. I'm telling y'all, man. Some of y'all dropped the ball on y'all game of the week, man. We came in and a couple of y'all didn't feed us, right? Like, but majority of y'all did. So shout out to y'all, man, for making sure we hydrated and fed while we up in that joint, right? Because we be in there going to work. You know what I mean? So keep us fueled, man. But shout out to y'all, man. But shout out to Coach Black, man, for this weekend. Great event he put on. Some good basketball was played.
It was a good game. They won too.
Yeah, man. They pulled it out. Spain Park looked good. I got a chance to talk to Coach Black a lot throughout the day. And he would say, they're trying to get back healthy, right? Trying to get back in the swing of things, trying to get like Harrison Stewart, just for example. He was coming off an ankle injury, and he had only been back, I think, 1 or 2 games, and maybe that was his first game, if I'm not mistaken. But however it may be, Harrison Stewart came back. He had 12 points, 4 threes, right? Okay, yeah, so that changes the dynamic of that basketball team. When you got a player like Harrison Stewart who's been out, who can come in, who can make threes, stretch the floor, and he can help Cooper Gann and relieve some of that point guard pressure for Spain Park and help be another ball handler. Right. He's getting Tommy Morrison back. Coach said he's about 80% right now, right? And you can tell he's not fully moving full speed, right? And you can tell he's been out. He got to get his body back in shape, right?
You got to get loose.
Yeah, got to get loose, man. So, but he had a good game also over the weekend. I think he had 14 or 15 points in that basketball game. Knocked down a couple of threes. So he showed his versatility. 6'7", 2027, forward out of Spain Park and Tommy Morrison. He showed very well, and that guy Sam Fox, and Sam Fox really, really was hooping, bro. He led them in scoring. I think he had 19 points. Led them in scoring, but he had a really good game also. Sam Fox is a dude. I think he just picked up an offer on yesterday too. Can't remember who it was, but he just picked up an offer the other day. Oh, Squirrel, real quick, outside of the Birmingham ball, shout out to Legend Martin, Hazel Green High School. He picked up a Columbus State offer over the weekend also. So shout out to those guys. I've been getting offers. Legend Martin, Legend Martin, a 2026 kid from Hazel Green picked up that D2 offer, that's big time. That's huge,
for sure.
Man. So I will say this, man. Sam Fox. I just watching him on tape, you see it, right? You see he got the game. But watching him in person, you really see it, right?
Right.
And his size, his skill set, the things that he can do, he can play on ball, off ball, he can shoot it.
There you go.
We back?
Yeah.
Sorry about that, y'all. We gotta I'm gonna pull up the game and Breezy gonna pull these things up for you.
Are you finna go to the site? The article.
You can go and pull it up. Pull up the Spain part. Sam Fox really got busy over the weekend, man, as they won that basketball game 54-39 over Smith Station. Smith Station had a little bit too, man. They had a kid, Rob, I hope I was saying his name right during the call, the whole game, Loeffler. He had a really good game. But I'm going to tell you something, and what I wanted to get into on this game is your boy, Lance calling in earlier. Okay. I think it's going to work because I don't hear it. Ding dong. Lance, we got you.
I don't hear nothing.
Yeah, he hung up. I must didn't have it. It's working because you hear that.
It's connected now. The waves is connected.
Yeah, it was connected. I don't understand why we couldn't hear anything. If I think he wasn't even on the hotline.
Yes, sir.
What's going on, brother? You didn't call the hotline. You called the regular line. Threw me off. What's going on?
Well, I just wanted to talk a quick second about the Classic coming up.
You're a little ahead of yourself.
At the bracket.
You're a little ahead of yourself. We wasn't on the Classic yet. We were still reviewing the Birmingham ball. But since we got you on,
oh, my bad.
It's all good.
That's what I get for not tuning in all the way.
Yeah, so we'll let you give your thoughts, but we're gonna come back to that.
You have to put
a little bit later. Lance. Yeah, a little bit later, but we were still reviewing our Birmingham ball from this past weekend in Spain Park. But go ahead, what you got?
Well, there's potentially a second round matchup that I think is super interesting. It could possibly be Oxford and Hale County, and I think that could be one heck of a game.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, very true.
It's very, very true. Got to get by Montgomery Academy and Whitesburg. So, day 2 could be a good game, but it's gonna be interesting to see that first day of games is what I'm extremely excited about. And you know how the Classic goes, man. On day 2, a lot of the best games be in the back gym.
That's right.
A lot of the best games on day 2 at the Classic, man, does go down in that back gym.
Well, and I've heard from quite a few coaches that some teams are just either getting back healthy or a lot of kids are struggling with the flu. So hopefully everybody will be healthy when it comes. We got another um several days, but hope everybody's healthy for the classic.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah,
And
for
you
sure.
know, it's that time of year.
Got
and
my Lysol.
yeah, it's you gotta sanitize, take your emergencies, get stack up on your vitamin C.
Fist bump.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, fist bump me, y'all. Fist bump me.
Fist bump.
Last
Elbow.
year I left the classic, bro.
You got an elbow.
I had flu A and flu B when I left the classic last year.
And I didn't.
And I went down for a week and a half. So whoever that nasty joker was that gave it to me last year, I'm telling you, don't come back down here this year giving me more sickness, bro. I got my flu shot this year, so I'm ready.
Hey, it's serious out here.
For sure. For sure.
But I'll let you guys get back to it. I know y'all got a lot to cover with the Birmingham Bowl and preview and everything going on. And, man, a lot of good basketball is being played.
Yeah,
Yes,
no
sir.
doubt about
Yes,
it, man.
sir.
Like I say, Lance, you want to jump back in, man. We're gonna be diving into that bracket here real soon, talking potential matchups, talking about day one matchups, and talking about what we can see.
I'll actually slide the button to live. How about that?
There it is, my guy. There it is.
All right.
There you have it. Our guy from Huntsville, man, Lance from Huntsville, Lance Gilbert. He will be on the calls with us at the Huntsville City Classic coming up this week on NFHS. So back to it though, man. That Birmingham ball with the Spain Park game, like I mentioned, they won that game 54-39. You got the whole article up? Okay.
Gotta pay for that.
Yeah, you gotta pay for it, but I needed to see some. I forgot some. But anyway, I wanted to see how many points my boy had. Oh, he had 7. He had 7. He only had 7 points, but this is what I was gonna dive into for Lance jumped on. He only had 7 points, but he took on the defensive responsibility, especially in that second half, of guarding Rob Luffler one-on-one. And that's Buckhorn transfer in Josh Wilkerson.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Like you could tell him and Loeffler went at it, or Loeffler went at it head to head all day long.
Right.
Like I say, I think Loeffler ended up with 16 points or so, but he did a lot of that damage in the first half. In the second half, Josh Wilkerson came out and really put that defensive pressure, and that is part of what changed that basketball game because Loeffler was scoring so much in that first half. Once Josh Wilkerson got on him solely in that second half, the dynamic of the game changed because he wasn't able to get off offensively like he did in the first half. So it was really good to see, even though he didn't have his offensive game going, 2026 shooting guard Josh Wilkerson took pride on the defensive end of going head to head with Loeffler. And really, he didn't shut him down. However, he made it extremely tough on him to the point where he didn't have the same impact in the second half that he had in the first half. So if you want to say he shut him down, you can. He scored, but he didn't have that impact. And impact is what wins and loses basketball games. And that's part of the reason that Spain Park was able to pull away. In our post-game interview with Coach DJ Black, he said like they came out in that game in a zone, something that they don't usually play, right? They're primarily man-to-man team on the offensive end, and he even likes to play that man-to-man full court, right? Not really pressure. Sometimes he'll run a trap at you, throw some wrinkles in there. However, they came out in the zone in that game because he knew that they were short on depth in that basketball game, right? And being short on depth, he wanted to change it up, right? However, Smith Station came out and made some shots, but he got right out of it. It got right back to what it is that he does. Now, guys did get in foul trouble. Cooper Gann had 4.
Right. Yeah, he did.
Tommy Morrison fouled out of the basketball game.
He did.
Josh Wilkerson had 4, right? So guys have to understand, hey, I got to play without fouling, especially when you're having depth issues and you got guys on quote unquote a pitch count or minutes restriction, right? Like he had Tommy Morrison on because he's coming back from injury. Same thing for Harrison Stewart. He had him on a pitch count coming back from injury. So when you know that your rotation is a little different, right? And those guys are coming back, probably don't have their wind fully, trying to implement them into the lineup and into the rotation is something that you got to realize, and you got to play without fouling, knowing that bench is a little short, right? But like I say, they did a good job in that basketball game. Let me go to the chat real quick. Lanier 1007-1976 said, give a shout out to Jaden Johnson at New Hope. Dropped 35 on Boaz. Damn. Shout out Jaden Johnson.
30 ball.
30 ball. So Jaden Johnson, we will see you in a few weeks. We'll see you in a few weeks as we have a
New Hope
game of the week coming up in January. So we'll see Jaden Johnson in person in a few weeks. Fire in my eyes said Hill County gotta get. Oh, he was talking about when Lance called in. Yeah. We're gonna get into that Huntsville City Classic. Y'all stick around. We're gonna get into that in a minute. Lanier also said, shout out to Makai Hammond Friday night against Buckhorn, 9-9-2 steals and 2 blocks. Yeah, you filled up that stat sheet, right? 1 more point, 1 more rebound. We'll really be shouting them out, right? Get that double in, right?
Need that.
You know what I'm saying? Go on, get them numbers together for real. But like I say, Josh Wilkerson did a good job on the defensive end in that basketball game. Like I say, changed the dynamics of that basketball game. And they were able to pull out a victory. But as Coach Black explained in the post-game interview, right? Once we get to going, right? Once we get to going, he's really confident in what his team can be this year in Class 6A, right? He thinks they have a chance to really make some noise in their area, and also if they're able to get past the area and get to a regional, he feels really good about their chances. And here's the thing about it: Coach Black can coach, right?
Yeah, I seen it.
You know what I'm saying? So like, when you get into playoff time, coaching means a lot, right? Being able to manage time, score, situation, manage egos, manage attitudes, manage ups and downs, all those type of things, right? He is well capable of doing so, right? So if it comes down to Spain Park and somebody, and the talent on the floor is evenly matched, hey man, I'm just gonna tell you, you're gonna have to out coach Black, because he's gonna be out there doing his thing, man. So but that was a really good game, man. Shout out to Spain Park for getting that win in the first game of the day. And you can go and take that one down, Breeze. I don't even think I got it up, so you can wait on it. But that was the Jefferson Christian versus Lynette game. I can tell you the score of that game. I got the graphic, but I don't think I ever posted. If I didn't, I apologize about that, but I don't think I did. Didn't. Okay. But the let me see. Trying to find the score. Ain't working right. Y'all bear with me real quick. Go to the other phone. Here's the other phone. iPhone don't want to work for me right now. Either one of them do. Hey, I did do the work, didn't I? I cannot explain that. That is crazy. Wow. Do it on the wrong thing. Ooh. I had to go to it another way. Sorry about that, y'all. I can't. Phone just tripped out on me. Can't pull up the old stuff. All right, here we go. Yes, there it is. Lynette beat Jefferson County 70-35 in game 1. So shout out to Lynette.
That was a running clock.
Yeah, that was a running clock early in that basketball game. So going to the next game, man, the last game on the day, which we're gonna blow through this one, but it does not deserve to be blown through. Shout out, and I gave him a shout out at the beginning of the show, but shout out to McAdory High School senior point guard Sean Ryan Hudson. Bro, when I say Sean Ryan Hudson, we were up there calling the game. And if you go back and watch the call on the iBall Radio YouTube page of the McAdory game, and I suggest you go do that because Buddy put on a show, right? Sean Ryan Hudson went for 46 points. We were on the broadcast, and he was just constantly getting buckets, layups, threes, mid-range, getting downhill, getting out in transition. He scored in every single way possible. I mean, every single, this wasn't a bunch of runouts, easy layups in a blowout game that they were just doing a bunch of snowbird. And no, bro, he was getting buckets, making great reads and pick and roll, finding guys, then replacing, getting the basketball back and knocking down, catch and shoot shots. Like, he showed a lot of game in this basketball game, bro, and to a tune of 46 points. That's the highest scoring output we've seen from an iBall Radio game of the week all year. Now, Jayceon Payne for Florence dropped 34 when we had them. We had the Florence game of the week versus Muscle Shoals earlier in the month. However, this is the biggest scoring output we've had all year. And here's the thing. It was a 46 points where you knew he had a lot of points because, like I say, during the broadcast, we was like, oh, man, he got to have a 30 ball by now.
Yeah, he had 60% of the points.
Yeah, we were saying, oh, he had a 30 ball. He had a 30 ball. So as soon as the game was over with, we ended the broadcast for the game and went to break before we came back with the post-game interviews. Bro, I ran straight down to the book. And I usually go down there and immediately take a picture of each team's book, right? So I can get the real before any cooking going. Y'all feel me? Before they start cooking books, I ain't accusing nobody of nothing.
They start water whipping.
Once they start whipping that wrist, you know what I'm saying? I like to go get it immediately. Bro, I always do that after every game. And shout out to Huntsville High, because I can't wait to do the Classic this weekend, because they give out printouts, boy, and I love that. That makes life so much easier. But I'll say this. When I ran down there to get the books, I went straight to the McAdory bookkeeper, and I said, bro, how many he had? And he said 46. I was like, 46? I just knew he was finna say 35. You know what I'm saying? 37. He said 40. I was like, 46? I was shocked. Like, I saw a lot of points, but 46, he was getting buckets, bro. Like, so shout out Sean Ryan Hudson. Got to go watch the post-game interview with him after the game, man, for being the iBall Radio player of the game, iBall Radio game of the week player of the game, and 46 points, dog. He said that was a career high for him, and if I'm not mistaken, and we talked to Coach Poindexter, Coach James Poindexter, in his post-game interview, he wasn't sure immediately, but that could very well be a McAdory school record of points in a game. He might have just broke a record of points by a single player in a game in that basketball game.
Got to double back on that.
Yeah, we got to double back on that. Got to hit Coach James Poindexter up and see. Okay. Fire my ass, so we get to see them right after Christmas. Yeah, and like I say, here's the point, and hopefully you go to iBallRadio.com and read all these recap articles, because everything I'm telling you, you should have already been read. So y'all should be right along with me right now. But Darian Reddick, 2026 combo guard Darian Reddick from McAdory, who is already signed with Calhoun Community College. He was out in that ball game. He was there, but he was out in that ball game. He got in a car accident, and it was in he's fine, but he's in concussion protocol, right? So he was unable to play in this basketball game. Talked to him. He said he'll be back in January. So for Sean Ryan Hudson to come out in that basketball game without Darian Reddick and understand, hey, for my team to win, I have to do this. I got to score more. I got to be more aggressive.
Next man up.
Hey, next man up. And he stepped up. And he said that in his post-game interview. He was like, you know, that was his exact quote, if I'm not mistaken. He's like, next man up. I understand that with a caliber player like Darian being out, I got to step up, and my teammates around me got to step up, and I got to do my job to help them step up, right? So Big time win, 75-62 over Wetumpka. I will say this. Let me think. Ballard. His last name was Ballard. Sophomore, 2028 from Wetumpka. 6'5", 6'6". He looked way taller than 6'5", in my opinion, but he about 6'6". Big body, 2028 kid. Last name Ballard. His first name is slipping my mind. But he had a really, really good showing also on the inside for Wetumpka. So shout him out. Also shout out Andy Voiles. Andy Voiles had a big game. 2026 guard. Played with Crimson Kings on the circuit this summer. Shout out to him. He had a really good game. He had to do a lot though.
Yeah.
To try to keep them around, right? But yeah, man. So I would say, man, it is interesting to see how guys adjust their games when somebody goes out, whether it be for the good or for the bad. Because sometimes you see some guys fold up when they missing one of their guys, right? They don't play well. But Sean Ryan Hudson did the exact opposite of that.
He understood the assignment.
Yes, he did. He understood it. He did do that.
He overstood it. I think we said that.
We said that on the broadcast because boy, he was out there hooping. Y'all listen,
Coach. I got it.
Go to NFHS and watch the game. Go to iBall Radio YouTube page and watch the game. Go watch Buddy get buckets. Like he only about, I don't know how tall you think he is, Breeze. 5'8",
9-ish.
Yeah, he, not a big kid. He ain't big at all. But boy, he was out there getting to the money.
Whoa.
He was getting to the money.
Yeah,
I might have to go watch that game again myself.
Hey,
like real deal, because
it was that on you now.
Yeah, it was real entertaining. He gonna have to listen. What's your follow up? You know what I'm saying? What's your follow up?
It's like dropping an album. What's your next album gonna be?
Indeed. Fire my eyes. Say Weisberg got McAdory on January 3rd at Florence. That's a Saturday. They got that, but boy, you know we're gonna be January 3rd. We got the game of the week, no pun intended, on January 3rd. As soon as we come back, we got Hazel Green versus Gadsden City at Hazel Green. That game is going to show us a lot on what the picture of Class 6A looks like. Now, they just played, Hazel Green and Gadsden City just played a couple of weeks ago at Gadsden City, and Gadsden City walked away with it, right? But this time it's going to be at Hazel Green. A lot of people came into this season with Hazel Green as their favorite to win Class 6A state championship, right?
Right.
They were a lot of people's favorite over Gadsden City and over Oxford, right?
Yeah.
But I'm here to tell you,
Trouble.
Gadsden City looks tremendous. I'm just gonna keep it. They look tremendous. We've seen them several times. We had them in person several times. They look good. However, Hazel Green is starting to figure it out, right? And I'm gonna talk to Coach Crutcher this week, man, before the game. But they're starting to figure it out, right? They had some transfers come in, like Makai Hammond. They got young guys playing that hadn't played on the varsity level yet, that had to step up and learn the speed, learn and start understanding it. So I'm gonna tell you this. Look out for them. Terrence Short also. Look out for those guys, man, as they will be. I think Hazel Green is starting to find the stride that people predicted them to have coming into this season. It's gonna be interesting to see, dog.
Gotta find it, and once you find it, you gotta maintain it.
Yep.
We're gonna see.
Hey, fire in my eyes, like, ooh, I hope they're not at the same time, because I gotta see that one. Yeah, that's gonna be a good one, bro. But you know what I'm saying? You can go to the internet. Hopefully you got NFHS Network. If you don't, go to the iBall Radio NFHS Network and subscribe, and you'll be able to watch it. No doubt about it.
We got our own channel.
Yeah, we got our own channel on NFHS Network, man. So you don't have to go to the school's page anymore. Just go to iBall Radio's page and watch the iBall Radio Game of the Week straight from NFHS. Yeah, and I agree. Kobe is serious. Yeah, like I said,
Jacoby. Oh,
yeah. Jacoby's something different. Jacoby is. I'm gonna tell you what Jacoby's doing right now, bro. Jacoby is, in my opinion, if I had to handicap it right now today, Jacoby Sharp is the midway point Mr. Basketball in the state. I would say he's leading the charge of Mr. Basketball in the state of Alabama right now. Over Gage Mayfield, over Jackson Sheffield. Who else would be in that conversation? Over Legend Martin. Like he right now, he's the odds-on favorite for Mr. Basketball in the state. Team undefeated, leading them in scoring, leading them in rebounding.
Got a V12.
You know what I'm saying? Like never stops. Like, yeah, he is no doubt, in my opinion, leading in the clubhouse right now for a lot of basketball to be played, right? A lot of basketball to be played before that decision is made. But I'm gonna tell you, if you were to ask me today who I would vote for Mr. Basketball, right now for me it would be Jacoby Sharp, for sure. But yeah, he's doing that. So, man, let's go and jump into it, bro. Let's jump into this weekend, the 43rd annual Huntsville City Classic. It's some games that I want to feature and talk about, especially on day one. As I mentioned, starting at 9 a.m., man, all the way to the last game at 7:30 that night, which we know ain't gonna start at 7:30. Ain't no way it's gonna start at 7:30. It's probably gonna start around 8:15, 8:30, more like it, right? But I will tell you this: iBall Radio will be in the building for every single game of the day. That's right, because shout out Huntsville City Schools athletic director Coach Mac Howard, man. Shout out to him for bringing us in, man, and having us cover this the 43rd annual Huntsville City Classic and be the official media partner for it, handling all the live streams, updates, and all that type things. Listen, if you want to intern with us, man, if you're gonna be in the building and you want to come in and work and help us out, man, we got something for you. You know what I mean? Like we'll get you in for free. Like we'll get you in for free if you want to come in and help us out during the Huntsville City Classic. Doing some different tasks. We got a couple tasks we'll need assistance with. So you don't have to be a student. If you're a student, that's fine. But if it's a parent and you know you're gonna be there all day, or you're gonna be there for certain games and you want to help us during those games, whether it's take stats, pick up stats, whatever it may be, bro, hit us up. We're looking for help.
Yeah, somebody, a parent or a kid asked us for help at one game we went to. I'm gonna need it on this day for real.
Yeah, we told them that.
I didn't need the help that day.
Yeah, so we need it now.
I'm gonna need it now. I'm gonna need it this week.
We don't need it now, man. So let's go ahead and jump into this schedule, man. Bree's gonna pull it up for y'all. But it's some games that I want to talk about.
What I'm pulling up?
The Huntsville City Classic thing. Schedule. It's on the site too. Let me pull mine up. It's on the site or Instagram, either one. Let me pull it up. There it is. Probably should have already had it queued. All right, let's jump into it, man. Starting off early, 9 a.m., man. I'm gonna run down all the games that will be happening. But we're not gonna talk about every single one of these, but it's some that stands out to me that I really do want to cover, especially those night games. Those last two games of the night are two great feature games. Shout out to Coach Mac Howard and the staff that put this together, right? I talk to my guy Christian Swears all the time, right? That's my guy. If y'all don't know, now you do. But we talked in the summertime. We talked early in the summertime about this schedule. And we went through and we picked different games and we looked at matchups. And so yeah, iBall Radio had a little bit to do with putting this schedule together, right? So starting off at 9 a.m., you got Sparkman versus Columbia, Huntsville, inner city matchup, 7A, 6A. Then you got James Clemens versus that's at 9. Then at 10:30, you got Bob Jones versus Grissom. two 7A schools, however, they're in different areas. And then at 12, you got Austin versus Lee. That should be a really good basketball game. 1:30, you got Buckhorn versus host school Huntsville High. At 3 o'clock, you got James Clemens and Hazel Green. That's going to be a good one. 4:30, you're going to have Fairfield versus May Jemison. That's going to be a good one. At 6, you got Oxford versus Montgomery Academy. And then at 7:30 for the nightcap, a potential, I'm just going to say it like that, a potential 3A state championship preview in Hale County versus Wrightsburg Christian.
Yeah, it's going to be something like that.
Like, it's going to be tough.
Yeah, it is.
Can't wait for that one. I'm just going to be honest with you. I can't wait for that one. But a couple other games before we get to that, man, that I do want to touch on. That James Clemens Hazel Green game, right? We just got done talking about Hazel Green a little bit, but I'm gonna tell you like this: if you've been under a rock, last week we dropped our 1A through 7A top 10 team rankings, right? In every classification. If you look at Class 7A, we got James Clemens there. Coach Frankie Sullivan is doing an absolutely great job over at James Clemens this year. Alexander Blue is playing like one of the top 2027s in the state, which he is. He's playing very well. They got a bunch of other guys. My boy Yakoto Seiko, I'm probably saying it right. I mean, player's probably saying it wrong, but he's been hooping, playing the point guard position, knocking down shots. And I will just say this. James Clemens is a team right now who, when I dropped the 7A rankings, I think it was last Monday. It was either last month. Yeah, it was last Monday. When I dropped the 7A rankings last Monday or Tuesday, whatever day it was on, somebody called me and said, James Clemens, and this was another 7A school, called me and said, James Clemens should be the #1 team in Class 7A right now. They said, as of right now, nobody in Class 7A is playing as good as basketball as James Clemens. Now, I put him at 5, right? I put him at 5. They hit me up and said they good with 5. They like that. They just wanted their respect to be mentioned as one of the top schools. So I'm telling you, James Clemens is a school, and this matchup against Hazel Green is going to be a matchup that is going to go a long way for both teams, but it's going to be a knockout, drag-out because Coach Frankie Sullivan coaching his ass off, and like the chat just said, Coach Crutcher is coaching his ass off, right? So it's two coaches who are really in their bag right now, so you know they're going to bring it. Both of them are fiery. You know how crazy Frankie is on the sideline, and both of those teams are hitting a stride and playing really good basketball right now. So that's going to be a clash at the Huntsville City Classic that if you're not going to be in the building for it, make sure you go to the NFHS Network and watch it on the iBall Radio producer page. Go watch it on our page because we're going to be on the call live, and it's going to be no experience like the iBall experience from the Huntsville City Classic. So make sure you tap in. That game is going to be at 3 p.m. on Friday. 3 o'clock on Friday on the main court on NFHS Live with iBall Radio, man. I cannot wait for that basketball game.
It's going to be lit for real.
That one going to be lit. And like for real. I can't wait for that one. The Fairfield May Jemison game. I'm going to tell you why I want to see that game. I've seen Fairfield several times this season. We even had one of their games over at the Caleb White, second annual Caleb White Tip-Off Classic at Pinson Valley. We had and if you hadn't seen my interview with Coach Maurice Ford from Fairfield from the Pinson thing, go watch it, man. It's hilarious, bro. It's up on the iBall Radio YouTube page right now. Or if you have a iBallradio.com subscription, you can go to exclusive content if you got a premium subscription, and you can see the full interview. Go watch it, dog. It is hilarious. But I want to see them because we ranked them at like 8 in Class 4A.
Yeah, we did.
Right? And that's because they have a losing record. However, they have a losing record because they play a lot of teams in higher divisions, right? They're playing everybody in Birmingham, right? So, of course, they don't win a lot. They haven't won a lot of those games this year. However, they have looked good, and they got a dude, right? MJ Jones is still there, right? Milton Jones Jr. is still there. So don't understand that once it comes to 4A play, they will be ready, right? They will be ready. But I'm interested to see them against Mae Jemison because Mae Jemison is one of those teams that is so up and down, bro. You'll watch them like at the holiday hoops given is over Thanksgiving break. They beat Dothan. They gave Dothan their only loss on the season. But then they come back and they'll play somebody else. Even though Hazel Green's a really good team, they only scored 40 points against Hazel Green.
Don't make sense.
Right? Like, you'll see them get a good win, and then they'll lose to it. You're like, hold on, what? Then they'll get a good win. Then you're like, hold on, what? So that's a team that have been on a roller coaster all year long. So I'm curious to see them against a Fairfield team where, in my opinion, the personnels match up pretty well. However, Mae Jemison doesn't have a soul to guard MJ Jones, right? So how is Coach Pete Miller? Because we know, like, he put that pressure on Dothan, but Dothan doesn't have a lot of big guys in the mold of an MJ Jones.
Yeah.
Right? Like TJ Johnson is 6'6", 6'7", long and athletic, but he's not as physical as MJ Jones. And I want to see how Mae Jemison is going to deal with his physicality and how they're going to guard him. Can they stop him from getting to his spots? Because if you know anything about MJ Jones's game, he is very, very, very good at getting to his spots, right? 1 dribble pull-ups, 2 dribble pull-ups, getting to that elbow, get into that short corner, right? Getting to the spots that he likes to shoot shots from, shooting that turnaround on the baseline, taking the pull-up transition 3, putting it on the floor a couple of times and going to the rim and straight dunking on you, right? He has been showing all of those things this basketball season. So I'm interested to see. That's the dynamic I want to see. I want to see what Mae Jemison team is going to show up. And I want to see how can Fairfield fare against another 6A opponent. But here's the thing. Here's why it's interesting to me. A 6A opponent outside the Birmingham metro area, right? A lot of those teams that they've played and lost to from the Birmingham area. So those are rival games. You know what I mean? So they hit a little different. I want to see them come to Huntsville because, Breeze, I don't know if you remember this.
Yeah.
But they came in last year and got mollywopped.
Yep.
At the Huntsville City Class. Now, I want to say they lost the Buckhorn by 40.
It looked bad.
I want to say it was a 40-point blowout in game 1 last year when they matched up against Buckhorn.
Yeah, it was, wasn't pretty.
It was not pretty. It got out of hand fast early, and it went downhill and never got better. So them coming back to the big stage, how will Coach Maurice Ford coach them playing another 6A opponent on the big stage at the Huntsville City Classic, knowing they didn't have a good showing coming in last year, right? So that's why I'm interested to see that game. Next game I'm extremely interested in, and I'm just going to keep it one thigh wow. Oxford versus Montgomery Academy. Montgomery Academy, the defending 3A state champ, beat Huntsville High earlier this year, right? Gave Huntsville High only their second loss of the season. I think they've since lost again. And you ready for this, Breezy? To Mae Jemison. Mae Jemison beat Huntsville High.
Don't make sense.
Mae Jemison beat Dothan.
Can't explain it.
But then they come back. I don't know.
Yeah, it's tough.
I
digress.
All
you can do is see it.
I just don't understand it.
Yeah.
Right. But I'm gonna tell you, like, Montgomery Academy, defended 3A state champ, coming back in, coming up to Huntsville to play on the big stage and having play Oxford. This is going to be a really good matchup. I cannot wait to see how 2028 point guard Mason Ellis matches up against Jalen Alexander, right? Mason Ellis is considered arguably the #1 point guard in that class of 2028, and we talk about how deep that 2028 point guard class is. We just wrote an article that's up on iBallRadio.com a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, about the 5 of the top 2028 point guards in the state already. We didn't, and there's a lot of other ones in that we didn't mention. We only mentioned 5, right? Mason Ellis was one of those in that particular article. I want to see how he matches up against Jalen Alexander.
Right.
It's going to go a long way in showing, all right, boy, this kid is really ready. We know he got He got some 30 balls on the season already. He's been playing at a really high level. This is going to show us who is Mason Ellis. This could be his coming out party. I'm a be honest with you. He outplayed Tyson Bobbitt when they came down to that game. We had that was the iBall Radio game of the week at Montgomery Academy versus Huntsville High. So you can go back and watch that game also. But I'm gonna tell you like this. He outplayed Tyson Bobbitt in that basketball game. And him and Tyson Bobbitt are, like I mentioned, two of the top 2028 point guards. And they went head to head. And Mason Ellis got the best of Tyson Bobbitt in that game. Now, Tyson Bobbitt might have been a little sick under the weather, 100%, whatever it may be. He was on the court playing, right? So I want to see how he matches up against the number one point guard in the state in class of 2026. A guy that's 2 years older, a kid that's already signed a Division I scholarship going to Belmont next year. So I'm interested to see. That is one dynamic that I'm going to be watching really close in this basketball game. Then there's other matchups. You got the Chris Latson versus Jared Friendly matchup, right? That's going to be a really good matchup. And then you got the Braden Gordon versus Marcus Perry Jr. matchup, right? So it's going to be interesting to see. Now, once you get past that, the X factor, Rob McGahee is, if from my understanding, is out for the rest of the season with a torn ACL from Montgomery Academy. He tore that ACL in a game. He had 25 points. So that is some firepower that they're going to be missing. Can Montgomery Academy match up with that other 2028 point guard that I didn't even mention to see him and Mason go against each other in Caleb Wilson, right? Does Montgomery Academy have somebody that can combat Caleb Wilson? Will it be Caleb Miles for Montgomery Academy? Will it be J.J. Jackson, another 2028 point guard? Will he be able to match up against Caleb Wilson? So it's a lot of dynamics in this basketball game. We understand that Coach A-Rank can coach. We know that for a fact. We know Coach Van Meter can coach for Oxford. So this is a game on the big stage that I believe it's going to be a lot closer than people are probably expecting. And don't be surprised if Montgomery Academy ekes out this basketball game, because they play their best basketball when the lights are the brightest. Hell, they're coming off a state championship, right? They're the defending state champ. So you know when those lights get bright, they don't fold.
Yeah, we're going to see. It's going to be a good game.
It's going to be a good one, man. Hey, and I agree. Fire in my eyes said Oxford may be the best team in the state of Alabama, regardless of classification. I completely agree.
Not mad at that.
I'm not mad at that at all.
There's a lot of good opinions.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that at all, man. Like I say, they beat Hoover at Hoover, right? That's one of the best wins in the state on the year, to beat the 3-time defending 7A state champ in their place, right? That was a big time win for them. With them being outsized, knowing that Oxford doesn't have a traditional big, right? Like in that basketball game, bro, they had Marcus Perry Jr. guarding Jackson Sheffield, right? They had Marcus Perry guarding him. So, like, for them to be able to, Coach Van Meter does a good job knowing he lacks inside presence, but he does a great job of getting those guys in situations to win. And last game we're going to chat about, man, is the nightcap, bro. And, you know, it was just a brilliant idea to put this as the nightcap, right? Because this is literally potentially could be the 3A state championship.
Oh, yeah. You can't have this game no earlier.
You can't have this game early in the day, bro. It got to be the nightcap.
This is right. Like you say, this is the championship game of the day.
Oh, without a doubt. This is definitely the premier game of the day. Without a doubt, it's the premier game of the day. And I'm so ready to see it because the chat has been talking up Whitesburg Christian, not only today, but all season long. Preseason, they were like they were the best team in Class 3A.
Yeah, somebody said that early on.
Right. So I am so ready to see this basketball game. Right? We've talked about Hale County. We've talked about Whitesburg Christian. We got a chance to see Whitesburg Christian at the iBall Radio second annual iBall Radio North Alabama Media Day. We got to talk to Coach Harding, who in his first year We got to talk to KD Ragland, who's the 2027 guard, who's the guy for them. We got to talk to Trip Mason, who is already, if I'm not mistaken, I think he's committed to Montevallo already. 2026 guard Trip Mason. So, and then they got a 6'9" to transfer over from Huntsville High. So, dog.
And they listen to YB up there.
And that's all they listen to, YB. So, Hale County, though, we know they got Gage Mayfield. We know they got Zamarian Johnson. We know they got Omar, right? They have the squad that in the preseason, I predicted. I ain't scared to say it. I know I said it. I did say it. The Hale County was the favorite to win the 3A state championship. Now, this game is the premier game. And how these two coaches coach this game, and in my opinion, I think they're going to definitely coach to win, but I think they're going to coach to make a statement. I think this is a statement game for Hale County and Whitesburg Christian. Not if you win or lose, but how do you look in the game? Yeah. Is the game competitive, right? Is it back and forth, or is it a blowout?
Did you get the best of me?
Come on, man. Like, this game is going to be, this game going to be it. And Fire My Eye said KD versus Z, and that's the matchup, right? Now, if Coach Butler at Hale County, I would put Omar Lewis on KD. I would put Omar Lewis on KD Ragland, right? To start off. I don't think either one of them can guard him because KD's just so much bigger than both of those. Right? KD a legit 6'4", 6'5", closer to 6'5", right? Z about 6'1", 6'2", Omar about 6'2", right? And KD's a big body guard. So they're gonna find trouble with them. But I'm gonna tell you something that Hale County will put that zone on you real quick. Right? They'll go 2-3, 1-2-2 real quick in the half court. Slow that thing all the way down. And we know how Coach Patrick Harden likes to do a bunch of different things defensively. How do they guard Gage Mayfield? Because they don't have anybody on their team at all that can guard Gage Mayfield one-on-one.
Yeah, he's unguardable.
He is.
I don't care who you got. You might do a good job, but you can't stop.
Can't stop. Now, I'm going to tell you what will stop him. Hale County takes a lot of quick tapping my head. Quick the threes that they take sometimes drive me crazy. Like, they'll go 4 or 5 possessions jacking up some threes, and Gage won't touch the ball, and I just don't like that. He got to touch the ball every time down.
Right.
I understand that they play more like the University of Alabama. They run that Nate Oates type thing where they get up shots quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Yeah.
Right. So I just gotta say that I don't know. Like, they got to make sure Gage Mayfield touches that basketball in that game. Call on the line. Lance from Huntsville got back in, bro. What's going on? What you got for us?
A couple things about the Classic is, you am I sounding crazy?
Yeah, you sounding crazy.
I just heard. Oh.
Yeah, and it's skipping out.
Yeah.
Yeah, hang up. I'm gonna hang up and call you right back.
All right.
He sounded like he was in a monster movie. Can you hear me?
Hear you. Can you hear?
Yeah, you messed up again. Hold on. Yeah, I don't know. That's so weird, bro. We just had him on the line and it worked fine. And now all of a sudden, he might have moved. He might have went to another area than he was in last time. But his connection is
Better or worse?
You the same, man. I think it's wherever you are right now. You're not getting a good You're not getting a good reception where you are right now.
It's all good.
Just hit the link.
Yeah, hit the link if you can.
I got you.
All right, we got the bat line. Y'all know we got the bat line. But yeah, man. They got to make sure Gage Mayfield touches that basketball in this game, because if they don't, it could be an issue, right? Whitesburg can do a lot, and I know we're going to be playing with the 35-second shot clock, so it won't be any holding of the basketball during this game. So both teams are going to really have to play, and it's going to be interesting to see. And the reason I say the dynamic is so interesting is, how much do you show? Do you go all out to win this game, or do you hold some things back?
It depends. It depends on how it go.
How important is this game to you?
Got to make adjustments.
Like I said earlier, I think both coaches come in playing to win this game, not just playing and hey, I'm gonna hold this back because I don't want them to see this because I might see them later. Whoop, whoop, all that type stuff.
I'm bringing all the stops out.
Everything.
Push, tush, all that.
Yeah, everything, man. If I got it in the bag, I'm pulling it out because like I said, I think this is a statement game. You want to make a statement. Now, what's interesting is the winner and loser of the Oxford-Montgomery Academy game. Let's just say, hypothetically speaking, say Oxford loses to Montgomery Academy and Whitesburg Christian beats Hale County. We get to see Whitesburg Christian Montgomery Academy on day 2, right? We'll get to see that. That game will be at 1:30 in the main gym. We'll get to see that game, right? That will be a huge game also. Now, if Hale County beats Whitesburg and Montgomery Academy beats Oxford, we'll get Hale County Montgomery Academy, right? Or Whitesburg Christian can beat Hale County, Oxford can beat Montgomery Academy, and in the losers bracket, in the back gym, we'll be able to get Hale County Montgomery Academy. Now, why that is important to me is because Hale County and Montgomery Academy are in the same region. They're going to have to see each other to even get to Birmingham. Last year, they met in the Sweet 16, and Montgomery Academy was able to pull out that game, Breeze. And if you remember, we watched that game courtside at Alabama State. And
right. And we did.
That was one of the most exciting, highest level played games we saw all season long last year.
They had all the shooters. Everybody was hooping on.
Bro, that was the game Jared Friendly caught that thing off the rim that just set the Acadome on fire. And then Gage Mayfield, Zamarian Johnson had 17 points in the first half of that game last year against Montgomery Academy.
But Skylar was going crazy too.
Skylar went off that game.
Yeah, Skylar
went off that game. I think he had 25 in that game, right? Jared Friendly had 16, if I'm not mistaken. I think he had 16 and 10, 16 and 9, something like that in that game, right? So if we're getting that Hale County Montgomery Academy game, that could be a preview to a regional to who gets to the Final Four. And I suspect Whitesburg Christian coming out of their area is going to get there. So, bro, these 3 teams who I have, go back to the 3A rankings that we dropped last Tuesday or Wednesday, whenever we dropped those. Last week when we dropped the 3A state rankings, we had Hale County 1, Montgomery Academy 2, Whitesburg Christian 3. All 3 of these teams are in the same half of this bracket for the Huntsville City Classic. And you wonder why we tell y'all that this is the mecca of all tournaments in the state of Alabama, in the mecca of high school basketball in North Alabama in Huntsville. Bro, it's going down. That game, I'm so ready for that game, bro. Like, I might let somebody else call an extra game earlier in the day just so I make sure my voice is all the way together for that one. No, Pelham is not in that tournament. Lee_row 205. Pelham is not in the Huntsville City Classic. Fire my eyes say I think Whitesburg Christian needs to win a little more to launch them toward the Birmingham run. I agree. I think this game is more important for Whitesburg Christian than it is for Hale County. Right? I think it's more important because Whitesburg Christian is the team that's trying to get in the conversation with Montgomery Academy in Hale County, right? A lot of people in the state not putting them in that conversation yet. I've heard some people who say that We should be looking more at midfield. We should be looking more at Lee Scott than Whitesburg Christian. I've heard somebody tell me you should be looking more at Lee Scott over Montgomery Academy. Right? And we got Lee Scott I think we had Lee Scott at 5. And I think we got midfield Lee Scott at 4 or 5. One of the I can pull it up real quick. I'll tell you. I ain't gonna guess. I'm gonna give you the real. We got we got Lee Scott at 4, midfield at 5. Right? We got Lee Scott at 4, midfield at 5. So
they all right there anyway.
All of them right there, bro. But the thing about it is midfield, Lee Scott, Hale County, Montgomery County are all in the same region. Those 4 teams will be in the regional unless something fluky happens and one of them teams lose in an area or a sub-region, which I don't suspect, right? But I would just say this. That game is going to be absolutely insane at 7:30 on Friday night from the 43rd Annual Huntsville City Classic, streaming live on the NFHS network on the iBall radio page. Make sure you go to the iBall radio page on NFHS network. Yeah. Now, listen, I agree. Fire My Eye says they haven't won a big game yet. They got 2 wins versus Grissom, which are their best wins on the season. This could be huge for them. Like I say, if they beat Hale County, bro, they put their name in the running.
On the list.
They put their name on the list, bro. They put their name square on the list.
They knocking on the door right now. Let me in.
Well, bro, I'm going to tell you like this. If they beat Hale County, right, and say Oxford beats Montgomery Academy, and Whitesburg doesn't get a chance to play Montgomery Academy. When I drop the rankings after the Huntsville City Classic, Whitesburg Christian to be number 1.
If they don't play Hale County.
I'm saying if they beat Hale County.
Beat Hale County.
And Oxford beats Montgomery Academy.
Yeah.
Meaning we get Hale County and Montgomery Academy in the losers bracket in the back gym. And that game will be that game will also be at 1:30, but that'll be in the back gym. I don't know what game I'm going to see. Lord have mercy. But anyway, if Whitesburg Christian beats Hale County and doesn't have to play Montgomery Academy, they go to number 1 in the state.
Yeah. Okay.
They go to number 1 in the state in 3A.
Yeah.
Because Montgomery Academy would have lost to Oxford. Hale County would have lost to Whitesburg Christian, so they would have jumped Hale County. And then who goes to number 2 will depend on who wins that game between Montgomery Academy and Hale County if they do happen to lose those first round games. Right? But if Hale County beats Whitesburg Christian, they stay solidified at number 1. Unless Montgomery Academy beats Oxford and then Hale County and Montgomery Academy play in the big gym at 1:30 on Saturday. And then whoever wins that game will be the number 1 team in the state in Class 3A. That's why, man, the Huntsville City Classic is so big for the Class of 3A, bro. It like I say, tune in 6 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. on Friday night, man, because those games are really, 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 really going to be worth to watch.
Yeah, man. It's a lot of speculation right now. We're going to see.
We're going to see, man. We're going to see. Fire My Eye say he honestly want to see KD versus Oxford. Yeah, that's a good one. I do too, right? Whether that's in the back gym or the front gym, I want to see it, right? I want to see it. So I'm just telling you, man, the Huntsville City Classic, man, like if you go pull up the post on Instagram right now and you listen to our bumper music for that post, it sums it up all the way. I'm gonna play it for y'all just in the background, just in case you didn't know what it is. I'm gonna let y'all hear it real quick.
Does it better?
Y'all hear it? Nobody.
Does it better?
Nobody does. Y'all know why?
They can come closer than close. Yeah.
Original, they. Come on, man. Hey, listen. Nobody does it better, man. You know why? Because iBall Radio will be in the building as the official media partner from the Huntsville
Wow.
City Classic.
For sure.
This 26th, 27th, and 29th.
Know what it
Lee
is.
Steele just popped in the building. What up, nephew? Hey, shout out Lee Steele, man. Shout out Lee Steele. He just picked up his first Division I offer in basketball today from Troy University. Shout out to him, man. Yeah, shout out to him, man. Shout out to Lee Steele picking up his first Division I offer from Troy. Shout out Coach Scott Cross in that staff over there pulling the trigger. Lee Steele, one of the top 10 players in the class of 2028 in the state, man, down there in Orange Beach. They took a loss to Huntsville High today, man. But shout out to him for picking up that offer. But yeah, man, listen, we just went through it. What interests us from this upcoming weekend at the Huntsville City Classic, man. Hopefully y'all gonna be tapped in with us all weekend long, man. But it's gonna be a sight to see, man. But it's time for, hey man, I'm looking at the clock, man. It is 8:32. A couple minutes. We started a little late, but man, we reached that time, man. So Breezy, hit the music, man. Let's get up out of here for the night.
We tapped in. I can't believe it.
And there you have it, man. Appreciate y'all hanging out with us tonight right here on the iBall Radio live call-in show right here on iBallRadio.com, the iBall Radio YouTube page. Also streaming live on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitch, man. We want to give a shout out to our sponsor, the Glenn Wilson Lending Team. Visit them right now at GlennWilsonLendingTeam.com. If you need a mortgage lender, mortgage broker, go holler at our guy Glenn Wilson at the Glenn Wilson Lending Team at Movement Mortgage. Again, go visit them at www.GlennWilsonLendingTeam.com. Also, man, if you want to be a sponsor for this weekend's Huntsville City Classic, we have 2 packages available. We might have 2 slots available. I got to go check my messages. Once I get out of here, we might only have 1. We got 2 packages available, man. If you want to just have brand visibility, or if you want to be a sponsor during our broadcast, you can do both of those, man. So holler at us if you want to be that. But also, catch us. Go subscribe right now to iBallRadio.com so you can stay up to date on all things iBall Radio, the #1 source for all things high school basketball right here in the state of Alabama. I'm going to tell you this.
Yeah.
This weekend, the 43rd annual Huntsville City Classic.
It's going
be
down.
In touch. Go subscribe to NFHS. Get your NFHS subscription through iBall Radio page. Make sure you use our page to get your subscription, man.
We on TV.
We on TV, man.
Kind of.
A little bit. You can put us on your TV. Hopefully
we can
you
put
do.
us on your TV.
So shout out to that, man, and we'll be tapped in all weekend long. Again, Merry Christmas to you all. If we don't see you or talk to you again before Christmas on Thursday, Merry Christmas to you all. Have a very happy holiday with you and your family. We love you all. Thank y'all for rocking with iBall Radio, man. Until this weekend from the 43rd annual Huntsville City Classic. Breezy, holler at these folks, man.
Hey, what Pinky told them. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Hey, it's your boy Breezy. We appreciate it. And it ain't easy.
It ain't easy, man. And y'all already know. They call me coach because I teach you how to ball. Until this weekend from the 43rd annual Huntsville City Classic, we up out of here. Oh, real quick, Breezy. Shout out Coach Christian Swears on his 200th win. And shout out Coach James Poindexter on his 250th win. So shout out to those coaches, man.
Yeah,
we up out of here.
For sure.
Peace. Long live Hero.
Yeah, for sure.